Hello, my fellow makeup enthusiasts. Welcome back to my perfectly healthy expression of makeup enthusiasm. My name is Lainey, and I know it's been a minute, but I am finished with my internship. I have a very nice long summer vacation ahead of me. All I have to do is take the national exam, and then I will be a fully licensed marriage and family therapist. And for today's video, I'm going to be talking about the makeup that is on my mind. This is not a new releases video. This is not a will I buy it video. This is just the makeup that I'm kind of obsessed with right now. It might be something that's been out for a long time. It might be something upcoming. It might be something that's been out for years. I have a couple of those on this list. I do like to watch new releases videos. I just don't like to make them. So I don't. So first and foremost, I did manage to get my hands on everything that I wanted to get my hands on from the Urban Decay Game of Thrones collection. It's great stuff. It is Urban Decay at its best, in my opinion. And I do need to get off my ass and do a thorough video about the Game of Thrones collection. Honestly, if I start talking about the Urban Decay Game of Thrones collection, I'm just gonna start talking about Game of Thrones, and that's not why you stopped by to watch this video. Oh my gosh, I'm batshit obsessed with Game of Thrones, and tonight is the series finale. The series finale, not the season finale. So, I just gotta stop talking about it because I'll get sidetracked. Next. Okay, I took my Ritalin. I should be able to focus now. So, a couple of months ago, I made a video where I talked about how excited I was that Too Faced was coming out with a kissable body glitter, and bonus, it was called Pat the Puss, which the inner 12-year-old boy in me found really, really funny, so I wanted that. The main reason I wanted that was because it reminded me of the Urban Decay lickable body glitter that was out over a decade ago that I absolutely loved. Not for that reason, get your mind out of the gutter. I loved it because it smelled really nice and it was really pretty. So I was excited for the Too Faced kissable body glitter. And when I finally was able to meet it in the real world, it smelled bad. It had like a chemical smell to it, and it didn't look pretty. It looked like bad self-tanner against my skin, so fail. But in that same video, I mentioned the Smashbox Crystalized highlighter, and I said, I don't care, I just want it for the packaging. Judge away, but I'm gonna drop $39 purely because of the beautiful packaging. And then I grew up a little bit and said, no, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna meet it in the real world and make sure that I like the product, and then I will drop $39 on a highlighter. Guess what? Yes, the packaging's gorgeous, we already knew that, but the product is absolutely stunning. I mean, at least on my skin tone, it's a really good highlighter. I have worn no other highlighter since I bought this. It's a really light peach highlighter with a subtle lavender shift. It gives me this really ethereal vibe. I'm wearing it. I know it doesn't read on camera at all. That's one thing that is on my agenda for the summer. I'm going to get good lighting, and I'm going to get a camera that is actually a camera and not an iPhone, so hopefully my makeup will actually show up. Anyway, this stuff is absolutely gorgeous. It's magical. Whenever I wear it, I get compliments. I have been called a fairy princess. I have been told that I have an ethereal look. That's why I said initially that it gives me an ethereal vibe. I have heard that from total strangers. People compliment me on my skin. They say that I look like I have really good skin. The only thing that has been different and consistent in my makeup routine is this. And I also wanted to add that in addition to this gorgeous Smashbox highlighter, I have been using the Tarte Sugar Rush cream blush. This one is called Beaches and Cream. So this is not a powder blush, this is a cream blush. And so when I put it on, this is a pro tip, and I use the word pro very loosely, but when I put on the blush, I put it up a little bit higher on my cheekbones than a blush would usually go, and that acts as a primer for my highlighter, and it makes it show up a little bit better. So this is the only highlighter that I want to wear, and this is the only blush that I want to wear. The combination of these two, it's just glorious. I feel like this is my soulmate highlighter, this is my soulmate blush, done. Moving on to Violet Voss, one of my absolute favorite eyeshadow brands, the Sugar Crystals palette. So I have a story about this. A few months ago, this showed up on the Sephora website and I fell in love with it, or I should say that I fell in love with the idea of it. And so I signed up to get notified when it was available. So several months went by and I finally got the notification. Well, by that time, my window of interest had kind of closed. And I was like, too late, dude, not interested now. Having said that, next time I go into Sephora to buy eyelashes, if that palette is available in the store and I get to see it in the real world, there is a better than average chance that it will come home with me, because I still think that it's just glorious. I mean, this is just, this has me written all over it, and it's Violet Voss. So I still kind of want it, but it's just not on the tip of my brain anymore. Now, an eyeshadow palette that did become available in a timely fashion is this one. This is the Linda Hallberg Spectral palette, and I know that I'm not saying that right, but I'm an American and I'll butcher it if I try to pronounce it properly. This gorgeous creature came in the mail a couple of weeks ago, and ever since I got this, I have not worn any other powder eyeshadow. So I'm gonna show it to you, and I've gotta be careful opening this because a couple of the shades are a little bit loosey-goosey. But to me, this is the perfect pastel palette because it has a couple of shades in here that are a little bit beefier than your typical pastel shades that might wash you out a little bit if you're not careful. And then the shimmers in this palette are, oh, they're just gorgeous. I am wearing it today. Not that it's gonna show up on camera, but for what it's worth, I'm wearing it, of course, because I'm wearing eyeshadow today. And if I'm wearing eyeshadow, I'm wearing this. Sticking with eyeshadow palettes for just a little while longer, I was in Ulta the other day and I got a chance to meet the Stila Happy Hour palette in the real world, and wow, I had been looking at it online, but I was so glad to see it in real life and I had a chance to swatch it. It reminds me of Pat McGrath. I think that this is gorgeous. I don't need it. I'm probably not gonna get it. If I resisted getting it when I actually was sticking my fingers in it and fantasizing about looks that I would create with it, then I'm probably going to successfully resist it because I don't need it. But wow, so pretty. Another eyeshadow palette that I just noticed, and I told you this was not a new releases video by any means, the Huda Rose Gold Remastered. I was in Sephora the other day looking for eyelashes, and I happened to notice this. I've never even given this a second thought, but I decided to swatch it, and now I'm obsessed with it. Every single time I go into Sephora now, I have to go visit this and flirt with it, and then I go home and jack off to it. I mean, not literally, obviously, but I'm sitting there at home going like, oh, I would do this with this shade, and I would do that with that shade, and I would create this kind of look. Yeah, you get the idea. I'm obsessed with it, but I haven't bought it yet. It is on my birthday wish list though. One more eyeshadow palette and then I will move on and talk about other things. I am currently obsessed with the Feral palette from Menagerie Cosmetics. I don't even know how long this has been out. And I always liked it because of the packaging, but I kind of thought that that was the only thing that really drew me to it, was this gorgeous packaging. But now I'm taking a closer look at it and I feel like this is very different from any of the other eyeshadow palettes that I own, and I'm popping over to the Menagerie website like every other day and just looking at this. But I haven't bought it yet, so I guess I don't want it that badly, probably because I don't really need any more eyeshadow, and I don't really wear anything but the Spectral palette lately, but I don't know, this is on my mind right now, and I've heard really good things about it, so maybe I'll drop some coin and get it eventually, maybe? Oh, and late breaking news, the Morphe 39S. These colors are just my siren song when it comes to eyeshadow. No matter how many palettes I own with pinks and purples of this nature, I want more. So this is extremely appealing to me. I know that a lot of people complain that the Morphe palettes are too big. I get that. I don't tend to gravitate towards really big eyeshadow palettes, mainly because my vanity area is just this really little teeny tiny table. So I don't even think that this would fit on my vanity. And I doubt I would end up using it that much. Having said that, if this comes to the stores, the Ulta stores, and I'm in Ulta one day looking for eyelashes and I come across this baby, there is a better than average chance that it will come home with me because I can't resist pinks and purples. Moving past eyeshadow palettes for real this time, let's talk about Fenty. In particular, let's talk about the Fenty Body Lava. So, every single time I go into Sephora to look for eyelashes, I end up stopping by the Fenty display and slathering body lava all over every bit of exposed skin that I have. And this shit is sticky as fuck, but I can't resist slathering it on because it's very pretty and it smells nice. It's not me. The scent is not me, but I like it ironically. Now, the main thing that has kept me from purchasing this product, it's not the $59 price tag. It's not the ironically likable scent. It's not even entirely the stickiness of this product. It's the size. And the reason I object to the size is because of the stickiness. I don't feel like it's something that I would reach for a lot, but it is something that I would reach for sometimes. I just don't need this big of a bottle. If they offered a mini size, I'd be first in line to snap that up. Also from Fenty, we have the Vivid Liquid Eyeliner Trios. I think these colors are all so pretty. In fact, I like these colors so much that I already have them, therefore I don't need these, but I will say that I recently purchased the Eclipse eyeliner from Fenty. You can still get it on the website. I snoozed and I lost when it was in the store, but still available on Fenty.com. It's good eyeliner, so I can imagine that these are probably really good eyeliners as well. I just don't need them. And I feel like I've been talking for way too long at this point, and I'm gonna go ahead and call it a wrap. And I'm going to go take a bath with my Pirates of the Caribbean bath bomb. By the way, speaking of makeup that is on my mind, this isn't makeup, but it's cosmetics. It's Lush Cosmetics. Their new bath bombs are so good. Every single one of them that I have tried has been fabulous. I haven't had a chance to try this one yet, but I'm about to. So I'm gonna go take a bath, and then I'm going to go feed my PMS monster some chocolate, and then I'm going to sit down and watch Game of Thrones. And so that officially wraps it up for today. As always, thank you so very much for joining me. Follow me on Instagram. I will follow you back. Throw me a pity like, give me some encouragement to make some more videos. Very special shout out to you if you are watching this video on the toilet. And until next time, stay adorably obsessed with makeup.